welcome back to the Cosmic Temple. Thank you for joining us today, Scorpio Risings. This is your love, luck, and money reading. So, taking a quick look at your chart, the Sun, Neptune, Saturn, Venus, and the Moon are in your sixth house of Aries. So, this may be a new journey into finding things that help you in terms of your health. It helps you in terms of service. It may even help you in terms of work. And by work, I mean the job that helps pay the bills, not the job that brings you fame and repetition, and standing. So, um, the biggest thing also is, and I feel like this is more on the health side for you because there's a lot of energy here. If you've been maybe overworking yourself to the bone or overextending yourself by giving to others, this may be a time to bring a little focus into that. Maybe this is a time to probably pass this off to other people who may be more willing to take on that work. What else? The Mercury and Mars are in your fifth house here. Remember, Mercury has now gone direct, and there can be some emphasis on finding your creativity. Look at how you create from the heart here. It may feel a little awkward at first because you have Mars in Pisces here as well as Mercury in Pisces, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be beneficial. Sometimes you have to learn how to trust yourself here and keep moving, even though the emotions may be a little bit unclear. Okay? So, with that being said, let's get into your love, luck, and money reading. So, we are doing one card for love, one card for luck, and one card for money. We're going to do a quick shuffle here. Maybe two, just to be safe. I tried to shuffle beforehand, but I also like to shuffle on camera as well. I am using the Rider-Waite deck here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put the cards down. We're going to pull a card for love, a card for luck, and a card for money. And here we go. Oh. So, you got a lot of mini messages here. So the first card for love is the Page of Pentacles. The second card for luck is the Page of Swords. And the last card for money is the Page of Cups. And I feel like this is the first time I've pulled all pages so far in these love, luck, and money readings, which by itself is interesting. So, what does it all mean? Let's find out. When it comes to love, love is going to be gradual. It's going to feel a little bit slow, especially if you're looking for something in terms of business, in terms of partnerships. So love here isn't just romantic love. It can be platonic. It can be familial. It could be the love that you have for your job. It could be the love that you have for your dog. But in this case, you are more focused on the outcome of the work that you are putting in versus just feeling for love in itself. You are building something here, and when you build for something, especially for something you want to be stable, that you want to have for the long run, it takes time. And I think that's what this message is that the love that you are trying to build or the love that you're trying to attract is going to take time. So be willing to give yourself a little bit of breath so that you can allow things to grow here. Okay? When it comes to luck, that is the Page of Swords. And the message here for the Page of Swords is a lot of times you have to be willing to communicate and stir things up in order to see the outcome that you're looking for. When it comes to luck, and luck is one of those things, how's the best way to say this? Is that sometimes the luck that we need doesn't show up in the form that we want it in. So luck can be in the sense protection. Love can be in the sense of maybe you had an argument with somebody or somebody had an argument with you and they cut themselves off from you. That happens more often than you think. You didn't do nothing wrong. They probably just saved you from something, and that is luck. That is your luck kicking in, okay? So sometimes you may be feeling like you have to be separated from a person or a situation. And in this case, especially with you having a lot of planets in your sixth house, that could be something that can eventually affect, either your health. It could be illness prevention, but it can also be how you cut yourself off from being overworked. That is one of the problems of the sixth house, is overworking, taking on too much. So think of this as a way to how you say, be comfortable with allowing yourself to separate. Be comfortable with allowing yourself to speak your mind. Be comfortable with allowing yourself to maybe not have the easy road, especially when it comes to matters that have to do with your sixth house, okay? And then finally, money is the Page of Cups. And money here, I feel like money will eventually, I'm not going to say will eventually flow to you. I think it is going to flow to you. Maybe sooner than you think. Because water cards tend to be very fruitful, they tend to be bountiful. And money tends to flow like water. Money can be cyclical. It can come in at a lot. It can come in very quickly. It can leave very quickly. And in this case, I definitely see that money is coming for you sooner rather than later. The biggest thing is that you got to be able to dream and dream big here. And by dream big is like imagining yourself. How would you feel with the money that you are trying to manifest? How do you see yourself spending it? How do you see yourself growing it? And these are the things that you want to keep in mind as you are manifesting that money into your life. So that's it. The biggest things to think for love, luck, and money with the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Cups. When it comes to love, be practical, especially if there's something you are trying to build. Also, the thing that I forgot is be willing to trust the process. Be willing to trust your partner if you are in a romantic relationship. If you're looking at luck, Page of Swords, you know, be you, but be willing to step away from a situation if you need to. And remember, for money, be dreaming, manifest. That money is coming to you sooner than you think. So, that is it for your love, luck, and money reading, Scorpio Risings. If you have any questions or if this reading resonates with you, drop it into the comments. Let me know how you feel. If you want a reading of your own, the link for my Etsy store is also in the description. Check it out. If you have any questions, again, reach out to me. And until next time, take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Bye bye.